Hi, boys and girls. Do you love to dress up like I do? Well, I love to find costumes and I love to make costumes and I love looking at costumes. Well, in our next book, a little girl is going to talk about her journey into making costumes for herself and her friends. And at the end, I'm going to show you some costumes that was designed by a lady named Ruth Carter. And also I'll throw in a couple of my favorite costumes that I've done through the years. Okay? So sit back and let's read a book. Crafty Chloe, Dress Up, Mess Up by Kelly Dipucchio, illustrated by Heather Ross. Chloe closed her book. Awesome, she shouted. I knew it, cried Leo. I knew the treasure was hidden in the haunted cave. Chloe loved the monster mystery books. Her friend Leo did too. The parade of books was next week at school, and they had been planning their costumes for weeks. Chloe was going to be Frankenstein. Leo was going to be Dracula. And Chloe's baby brother, pictured here, and here, and here, was going to be in very big trouble if he didn't stay out of Chloe's stuff. Chloe groaned. This little monster is not invited to our next book club meeting, she told Leo. The following day, Chloe went to Emma's house for their weekly spa day. Emma painted her toenails. Chloe painted posters for the parade. We should be fairy club fairies, Emma squealed, looking at the poster. I'll be Twinkle and you can be Shimmer. Emma's eyes were shiny and happy, like two round sequins. Chloe spit down on the end of her paintbrush, not sure what to say. What's wrong? Emma asked. I thought you liked Shimmer. I do, but... But what? Well, I was thinking, Chloe paused and then dabbed a blob of green paint on her nose. I was thinking it might be fun to be Frankenstein this year. You're going to be a monster? Emma's oatmeal mask cracked. Chloe's cheek turned the color of Emma's nail polish. I'm sorry, that was rude, Emma said softly. You can be whoever you want to be. Now Emma's eyes were shiny and sad, like two brown buttons. Chloe sighed. But Shimmer might be kind of fun too. Thank goodness, Emma said cheerfully, placing a crown of flowers on Chloe's head. You had me worried. The Fairy Club books are the best. This is going to be so perfect. Chloe forced a smile. Yep, she said with a nod. Perfect. That afternoon, Chloe admired her Frankenstein jacket. It had taken her weeks to sew the patches on. Why didn't she just tell Emma the truth? Chloe spent the next 2 hours making fairy wings. The first pair was too floppy. The second, too fluffy. But the third pair was just right. In fact, they were the most magical fairy wings Chloe had ever made in her whole entire life. Maybe this would be fun after all. Bert barked. Leo! Chloe had forgotten all about Leo. What would she tell him? Maybe she could convince Leo to be the fairy king. Bert made a face. You're right, Chloe agreed. That would never happen. Chloe tried to picture Emma dressed as a monster. Never in a million years, she whispered sadly. The next morning, Chloe sprang out of bed. Problem solved, she announced to Sock Monkey. I'm not going to be a monster or fairy. Sock Monkey listened closely to this breaking news. I'm going to be a completely different character, Chloe explained. That way I won't have to choose between Leo and Emma. Chloe went through her craft supplies and books. A cowgirl, maybe? A pirate, possibly. A porcupine ninja? Okay, maybe not. Problem not solved, she complained. How am I supposed to pick one favorite book? That's like picking one favorite crayon out of a box of 120. It's too much to ask. Later that day, Chloe went to the park with her family. Chloe, why are you wearing your winter coat and hat? Her father asked. Chloe looked up at the sky. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to have a snow day at school tomorrow. Chloe's father choked on his coffee. Chloe's mother lifted up her sunglasses to look at the blue sky. Chloe's baby brother put a bucket on his head. And Bert, pictured here and here and here, was busy trying to get the ice cream man's attention. Chloe, it's 75 degrees outside, her father pointed out. Well, I for one hope school isn't canceled, her mother announced. The parade of books is tomorrow. Isn't that the one of your most favorite days, Chloe? Chloe shrugged. I like snow days better. Grandma would be disappointed, Chloe's mother said. She looks forward to going to the parade and seeing your costumes every year. Chloe began to sweat. There was no snow and no costume, but there was no way she was going to disappoint Grandma, too. Chloe unzipped her coat and sat down to think. When Chloe got home, she went straight to work, fussing and fixing and measuring and mixing. That night, Chloe was so excited she could hardly sleep. She thought her costume was the best new creation since scented magic markers. But what would Leo and Emma think? On Monday morning, the parade of books began after the first bell. The halls were packed with pirates and princesses and wizards and witches. Leo looked frightfully scary. Emma looked delightfully airy. And Chloe? Chloe looked happy to have two best friends who thought she was the best airy, scary, one-of-a-kind Frankenfairy. Hi, boys and girls. Wasn't that a fun book? And did it inspire you to make your own costumes? I hope it did, because it surely did to me. Anyway, this dress right here was designed by Miss Ruth Carter, and I'm going to show you some more of her most beautiful costumes that she's made, okay? And also, I hope you like some of the ones that Auntie Nique has done throughout the years for Halloween. So, don't forget, what's the most important thing? Explore and read a book. And I'll see you next time.